podcast.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema indeed. Welcome to the podcast, everybody. How you doing today? Hope you're feeling well. Welcome. We're so glad you're in the room. Shout outs to Keegan. Umbrella fight indeed. Keegan, we know you're in here, and we're thoroughly appreciative that you're in chat. Wanted to jump in here and give props for the golf battle mention / selection. It's addicting. All right, we got a golf battle fan, guys. Who was talking about golf battle last time? Was it you, Devyn?
I think it was me. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was
You
Devyn.
were talking golf battle.
I went
yeah,
crazy in golf battle, bro.
Yeah, we definitely have another one up in here who's
That's what I'm
addicted
talking
to
about.
the same
It's 'cause it's
game.
good.
Amazing. Hey guys, I'm so glad to see you. And well, what a chaotic run up into the show. Shout outs to everybody that's in Twitch. Shout outs to everybody that's in YouTube. Welcome to the podcast. This is, of course, the Umbrella Fight podcast, where we talk about the most important thing on this podcast, and that is, say it, guys, video games.
Video games, man.
It's video games.
What else could it
100%.
be?
Gonna
Let's
say
go.
Tyler.
You know what this is. 12 episodes, 12
What's
official.
up, nerds?
Nasty Chungus be in here. What's up? How are you doing, guys? I hope you're well. All right, so today we're going to kick off our second video podcast. You'll find that on YouTube afterward, in case you want to rewatch it and take a look at our ugly mugs, give you some really bad opinions of video games.
That's
we love
right.
doing that.
Only the worst.
Yeah, just the worst stuff in here. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. John Devyn, how are you guys doing today? You feeling well?
Doing good. You know, right before we got on, I cranked out a bowl of Raisin Bran, which I know can be controversial, but
So
buddy,
and
it hit.
cereal.
Raisin Bran hits. That's just all there is to it.
John, what did you say? Did you have
said-
some slander for Raisin Bran?
Dude, that's a boomer cereal, bro. Like that is
Well, yeah.
old man.
I
cereal.
mean,
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit.
I'm sorry.
You got to keep
It's
that
good,
fiber
though.
intake up.
Oh,
No,
you don't
it's
like?
so-
You're a raisin hater, aren't you?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
yeah, raisins are stupid.
Yeah, he's
Because
like,
you know
just
what, like,
keep
no, 'cause,
water
like,
in
what
it,
makes
bro.
me mad about raisins is like somebody just left some grapes out somewhere and was fiending enough to just eat it, and we're like, wait, these taste kind of good, and they just told people about it, and now we have raisins.
Raisins are the food of desperation, is what you're telling me.
Wow.
That's what I'm hearing you say.
I mean, I was kind of desperate for some extra snackage, so
You're not wrong.
That's what
In
it
both
is.
good and bad ways, it is
That's
the
right.
food of desperation.
but at the end of the day, I got some fiber in, and that was a good deal.
Keeps you regular,
And
bro.
raisins.
So yeah, I'm
Oh.
doing great.
Good. I bet you are. I bet you're gonna do great later on too.
That's you're darn right.
Yeah. John, how about yourself, man? Are you feeling well?
Man, I'm doing great. Like, got off work, played Red Dead, played Hollow Knight, played some For Honor. You know,
Man.
For
I
honor, dude.
locked
I saw
in.
Wow,
you
how
playing
is
that the
that
other
game
day. I'm
going?
really decided to
So,
see you
like,
playing that.
For Honor, yeah, they added cross progression to the game. So like,
Beautiful.
bro, resurgence of the game.
Mm.
Because like we played, all my buddies, we played it on Xbox. So it's like that was literally one of the reasons we didn't play it seriously on PC, was because like all our stuff is gone, but we have it back now, and we can just
Wow.
play the game.
You're back.
never left.
We're so back.
No, like quite literally, like, ooh, man, I got so pissed off earlier. I was going against this, like, quite literally, like, before I joined, I was in a match, like, doing a 2v2 with this Orochi, and dude was just, he's like a little ninja. He's just light spamming, pisses me off.
Mm.
We won though, so it's fine. But yeah,
Hey, man, you overcame it. That's
No,
the
yeah,
important part, right?
we overcame. I didn't give up. I won.
And that's the theme of our podcast. Perseverance is key because you can do it. Those of you who are pissed off at SILKSONG, which I know is quite a few of you guys, you can do it.
Stick it out, man. Don't
You know
give
what I
up.
saw today?
Don't give up.
Man, I saw some fan art somebody drew of like Hornet stuck in like a glue trap, just dead.
Mm. Oh,
I thought that was funny. I don't know.
glue trap.
Like you know those like sticky traps that like you'd put like a fly in or something.
Mm.
It was like
Oh,
Hornet. It was like Hornet stuck in it, and she was just like, and like her needle was like on it. It was kind of funny.
yeah, that's sad because that happens way too often. You run into traps in that game. It's brutal. It's not
Oh, like
forgiving
there's
in
a
any way.
reason. It wasn't just like, oh, I want it. Like Hornet's just dead.
I'm nodding for all of you audio listeners. Yes, there are plenty of reasons that Hornet will be on the ground, incapacitated with the needle just laying there.
Man,
Man, I'm glad to hear that you were cranking out some Red Dead and some For Honor, and what was the third one you were playing?
Hollow
You said
Knight.
Hollow
Hollow
Knight.
Knight.
Dude, no, I
So
punched my wall, bro.
just before the show, you mentioned you had a falling out with you had a fall night.
Dude, I got so upset. Like,
Mm.
cause I had like 800 geo on me, and I'm trying to get to Hornet, but like I'm upset because like to get to her, I need to like hit this platform so it comes down so I can jump high enough to get to the platform. But to get to where I need to hit the platform, I have to go literally all the way around the map. And so like in that process, I gathered 700, 800 geo. I died, no biggie. I'll just go grab it. What does John do? He rushes in, dies, loses everything, punches wall. That's what
Mm.
happened.
Wow.
That's a lot of geo, though, bro.
Dude, like, cause I wanted, I was like, bro, like,
I need a scale. I don't know how much this actually was. Like, give
Bro.
me
Okay.
give me another, give me like a.
cause I'm also early game.
Yeah. So actually, in reality, John, I'll embarrass you a little bit. That's not that much.
No, like I'm sure
it's
it
a
isn't.
sizable chunk in the early game. I will tell you that
Okay,
because
gotcha.
there's
Relative,
a
it's a
point.
lot.
Yes, 100%. There's a point in the game that you need to get from the Forgotten Crossroads, which is sort of like your initial area, to what's called Crystal Peaks, and that's the next step in the game. But to get there, you have to have a specific object or go the long way around, which is not the usual route. It's sort of like you can drop down from this one area, but to get through that area, you have to activate a little switch, but you can't see the switch because it's dark. And because it's dark, you need a lantern to wear around your neck. That lantern costs 1,800 geo by
1,800.
itself.
Woo.
So
I was
bro was almost halfway there to
there.
the
And I
Lumify lantern.
lost it all because of greed, because of impatience and lack of prudence.
I mean, I can't tell you
Impertinence.
how many times I did that in a Souls game.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, that's literally what it
little
reminded
antsy.
me of.
Yeah.
Like I can get real excited about it. And it's like, oh, I can go grab it, but I'll just kill this like one little like these two mobs. It's no big deal. I won't skip them. I'll just take them out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Except
RIP like 25,000 souls or something.
You know what I got flashbacks to when I punched the crap out of the wall, and I was just looking at my knuckle, and like it reminded me of when I was trying to beat Nameless King, like and how like upset I like. Oh man, like it just brought me back to like the anger I would feel playing a Souls game. That like I lost money. It was my fault. There's no one to blame except for me.
Yeah.
It's
you.
my fault.
Yeah.
It's on me.
You just have to simply get good, bro.
Dude, and Hollow Knight is generous in that you can just heal infinitely. Right?
Yeah.
There's no like in Dark Souls, you run out of Estus, you're cooked. Go find a bonfire. In Hollow Knight, you just have to hit things.
Yeah. Slap a few people around, get that soul charged up, and find that window of opportunity.
Ooh.
Good luck with that on some
So
later.
is
puzzles,
Hollow
just
Knight
FYI.
does it kind of work similarly to how the Souls games do, where you like exponentially get like a lot more of the currency or whatever? I mean, Souls is
Sort
like
of.
crazy dramatic.
Sort
Like you'll move into a different zone, and all of a sudden you're getting like triple the amount for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the Souls games definitely have a marked, like, this is initial area. Oh, I crossed a barrier and now each enemy is worth double or triple what I used to get for a basic enemy. Hollow Knight doesn't necessarily do that, but there are points of reward that you get to that you're like, oh man, I have a lot of souls. I got a lot of geo on me. I got to be real careful.
yeah.
But I think it's actually a pretty good balanced economy for the most part. You will at some point wind up with way more geo than you actually need or even think you need. But there's usually always something to spend it on.
Yeah. I really wanted that lantern. Can't lie. Now I gotta restart.
Try
But
harder, bro.
I want to fight Hornet, dude. Dang, give me my
I can't
dash,
believe you're still
bro.
farting around. You haven't
Bro,
gotten
all right.
the Hornet
I'm
yet.
not. Look,
You don't
look,
even
I'm
need
not-
that lantern for Hornet, bro.
dude. I know. Look,
Get your
Look.
ass to Green Path.
Look, I got sidetracked. Okay, I got sidetracked. I lost sight of the objective. I'll acknowledge that. But
Okay,
no,
fair enough.
I'm really like, dude, I'm gonna let out all this rage on Hornet, bro. I can't lie.
I think you need to restrain because she is actually she's not her first fight's not a, oh I just gave something away.
How
Her
dare you?
I know
Okay.
it's rude. That initial fight you do with her is not terribly difficult. What's fun is some of the crap she uses on you in general is some stuff you get to do in Silksong. I
Dude,
have
so
this
is she
thing
just
called
like busted?
Threadstorm. Uh,
Like, is she just like
wait.
further along on her journey than my humble Hollow Knight, where she can just beat
Yeah,
stuff?
no, she's a badass. She really is. And when you get to, because you definitely encounter her a second time later. Spoiler alert for Hollow Knight if you haven't played it, in 8 years
I
or
was
whatever.
gonna say like almost a
10-year-old,
decade.
decade-old game.
Yeah, we're gonna just so everybody's clear if you're watching this, we're gonna spoil the shit out of some games. So sorry. We'll try to say it
Oh,
again.
dude, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, because what we're about to talk about is the long and storied history of John's Red Dead journey. But we'll pivot away to that here in just a minute. Hornet is a tough fight the second time around. She's brutal. She's fast. She's got tools up her sleeve that she didn't have the first time, and she's definitely further along in her journey. But that actually makes me think that Hollow Knight is a sequel to Silksong. I think Silksong is a prequel.
Yeah, that makes sense if Hornet is already so like, you know what I mean? I don't know, like if because even from what I've seen her do, just like when I've come across her, I'm like, that would be nice to do. Wish I could do that.
Yep.
So it kind of tells me that whatever, the main plot of the Hollow Knight universe is, Hornet is much further along than our humble Hollow Knight.
Most definitely. Real quick, we got a question from chat here. Hollow Attorney says, y'all ever play Shovel Knight? And I have one thing to say to that. Oh my God. Fuck yeah. I've played Shovel Knight. I played so much Shovel Knight. A Shovel Knight special. It's near and dear to my heart because when my boys were first born, that's when Shovel Knight basically came out. So I'm playing Shovel Knight and they're like pointing at the screen, like, yeah, the little blue knight with the shovel, and you can bounce on people. Here, you give them a second controller that's not plugged in or whatever. And yeah, they took to Shovel Knight really quick. So yeah, amazing game for sure. Have you guys ever played that one?
I have
Dude,
not.
I have not, but that's actually my
nights.
buddy there, and he's mentioned it to me a number of times.
Yeah, so Shovel Knight's excellent. For those of you who haven't played it, it is a throwback / love letter to the NES era. You guys, yeah, I can see Devin. You're probably looking some stuff up right now.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
straight up looks like a NES game with some modern concessions. Like they use a wider color palette. They have it's like widescreen, so it's not like completely limited to the NES's original hardware and formula, but tried and true, it plays like an NES game, and it plays like a great NES game. Each stage has its own music, which shout outs to the Shovel Knight soundtrack, even as a straight up chip tune soundtrack, how it converts over to, 2 acoustic guitars or a whole ass orchestra. It's just well composed music. So if you guys ever get a chance to play Shovel Knight or pick up the Treasure Trove on damn near any platform, it goes on sale from time to time on Steam for like $10 or whatever. So it's worth the price of a lunch, a decent lunch.
This game came out on the Wii U.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
It goes back. I think Shovel Knight's a 2015 game, somewhere in there. 2015, 2016. Yeah, it's amazing. Actually, it might be earlier than that. Is it earlier than that, Devin? You're looking at the Jamie. Pull that shit up.
Jamie, it says 2014.
2014. Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, shout outs to you, Yacht Club Games. They put that show together. Coming up in October, we're going to see their new offering, and it is a throwback to Game Boy Color this time, called MINA the Hollower. Let me see if I can get some footage going on over here real quick for MINA the Hollower. But let me start
episode. Let's go.
It really is. I know there's Hollowers and Hollow Knight and Shovel Knights and, Plague Knight. Actually, everybody in Shovel Knight is a knight of some kind.
Then there's Slave Knight Gale. Sorry.
Okay, for real though, no lie. Ah, oh, that's noisy. Sorry about that. That fight is I think I maintain that fight is the absolute peak of all fighting in all Dark Souls games. Period.
Hmm.
Fight me
Wow.
on that one.
Dang.
Yeah,
No,
that's
man. That fight's crazy.
it's so good that I will go back and play it. Just like I have a saved game in Dark Souls 3.
A specific save for it.
I do. I
that's
have
so
a specific save for it. And
So good.
sometimes I'll go, it just, okay, it looks cool. You know, homie's like, I want your Dark Soul. And then he's like, you know, doing the standard sword stuff. And then when you trip up into like the second or third phase,
He
whatever it
bugs
is,
out.
he freaks out and he starts throwing these like red skulls with red smoke at you and shooting a crossbow at you for some reason. But it's all really well timed and really well thought out, like as fights go. So yeah, big shout outs to that right there. John,
Yes, sir.
I understand there are some sad things going on in your life right now.
Oh man, there's a couple. Yeah.
Big updates, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
like
it's really sad to hear. Oh, I got it working. So for
There
those
you
of
go.
you who are watching the video footage, you guys can probably see that now. This is Mina the Hollower. It's real tiny on y'all's screen, but look up the trailer later. It's very Game Boy Color.
that's
And
by the same people that made Shovel Knight.
yes, absolutely. And you can actually, like, once you get into Shovel Knight, oh my God, I forgot how cool this trailer looks. Once you get into Shovel Knight and kind of dig real deep into it, it's like Mega Man meets Super Mario 3 meets DuckTales. If you guys have ever played that one on the
Did
NES,
you
it's
see a
real.
jump scare?
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So that's Mina the Hollower. That's coming out in October. I just wanted to show that off because I think it's a super duper cool
Dude,
type
even
of
like
game.
the like
Halloween even
art
is when it's coming
at
out.
the front of it. It was like fantastic.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Okay. No, for real though, no more fake outs. Let's pivot real quick to John's sad
Man.
tale that he's got going on.
Oh no, dude.
Let's
Man.
talk about it.
So yeah, huge spoiler warning. Like massive spoiler warning. But yeah, I have no update on Arthur Morgan this week.
I don't know about that.
What I can say is that Arthur Morgan died a
Dun dun dun.
There's the reveal.
He died a death that he never thought he deserved. I'll say it that way. He was able to give his life in turn so that someone else might have a chance at a good one. But
You know who else did that? Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Yeah. Hey man.
I made it.
There is no.
And I mean that with all respect.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a man of faith, so like, you know, I'm gonna throw that out there. That's the ultimate thing you can do.
Literally, there is no greater love than this, than one who lays down their life for their friend.
Man, my team be spitting scripture up in here. Shout outs. I love it.
But that's what Arthur did. Arthur quite literally did that. He did.
That makes me sad for Arthur there.
Yeah.
I want to roll it back just a hair. What happened to Arthur? What led to Arthur's unfortunate demise?
So with Arthur's demise, so the game actually took a very interesting turn towards the end. You actually start getting into which I did not expect at all, because I didn't have any spoilers with Red Dead. But like you actually get into the struggle of like the original Aboriginals here in the US. You know,
wow, okay.
You kind of deal with like, you know, this group of Native Americans that like are quite literally being forced out of their lands, being forced out of their reservations. Like you're dealing with this like huge kind of like struggle that's like kind of still around today.
Sure.
but very kind of hush hush. But the game took that turn, which it was interesting because in the time period of the game is when their land is kind of being like, yeah, hey, by the way, sorry, we own this now, so like,
Hmm.
go cry somewhere. And so it's interesting
Here's a blanket. Go
because
cry on that.
yeah, it's totally not poisoned or anything, but quite literally, like that's kind of happening to these people that you meet. You meet a man named Rainsfall, and he's the chief of this tribe that is medicine is being withheld, supplies that were promised are being withheld, like all of these different injustices are happening to this group of people, and intentionally.
Hmm.
And so as Arthur, you get to make a decision. Do you help these people or do you not? And so you actually see some of the other characters in the game use their struggle to benefit their own cause, quite selfishly so. And Arthur, I guess my Arthur, since I chose it, choosing to help them, that actually causes a very huge like division in the game, because it's like, oh, I'm helping these people because like they need help, versus, oh man, we can really cause a stink with these people and like get away and use it for our own gain, kind of thing. And so that's kind of how this started off. So as the game quite literally culminates in Dutch being upset at you because you want to save and help these people. And so when that happens, some of our people get captured. Obviously, Arthur being Arthur, what is he going to do? He's going to save the people that got captured. What does Dutch do? Hey, sorry, we'll come back for him eventually. But Arthur goes, save him. Very cool fighting things happen. Like Arthur's like sniping from a roof. It's really cool. Like how that like
Yeah.
final thing like plays out. It's actually really cool. And you get to kill like the main guy that like has been after you. And then you learn that there was actually a rat the whole time.
Oh, you have a mole?
And all of the people that died, all of your friends, all of Arthur's friends that died, was solely because of one man named Micah Bell.
Oh, that's what that meme was.
Yes.
So
Yes.
get this. I showed this face of a guy I didn't know who it was from the game. I showed this face to John at work, and John was like, I hate that guy. I want to pull a bullet in his head.
Oh my
He's
god.
that character.
Yes. And that character, by the way, is aware of everything he's doing and loves it. Let me tell you.
So
He
he's just
loves it.
straight up a bad guy.
Yeah, like zero redeeming
Super villain,
qualities.
for sure.
Like one thing I'll tell you. So, Arthur got tuberculosis, and I don't know,
Damn.
but like this is the thing, right? If Devyn got tuberculosis, God forbid. Anyway, we have a cure for it. I think we're good. Anyway, but if Devyn got tuberculosis, I wouldn't just start calling him Black Lung as just for funsies.
Yeah,
just
that's like heartless.
Hey, Black Lung, how you doing today? Feeling better? Oh wait, there's no cure. How could you feel better? Like, isn't that nuts? But like,
Yeah,
what a
that's crazy-
sociopath.
Yeah,
no,
that's
like,
a
he's
crazy
actually,
thing to
he's
say.
actually insane. So like,
Oh my God.
the ending culminates in that John got captured in one final heist we were doing.
Oh,
And
John
then so
Marston.
we're running. We get him back. That was when we were doing all the sniping. We get John back. They kidnapped his wife. We got everybody back. And then so these Pinkertons are everywhere because we just kind of killed their leader. So they're like, hey, we got to get you. We got to kill you. And you're taking John, and Arthur is like, like quite literally tells John, like, if I can get you out of here, if I can get you, your wife, and your son out of here, then maybe all of this was for something. Maybe my whole life I did something good if I can get you out of here.
Oh, that hurts to hear.
I know. And then so you go, you run, and like you're running into these mountains, and like these guys are everywhere. And so your horse gets shot. And this is the horse I've had since the beginning of the game.
No.
And
Oh, you kept the same horse, huh?
And I kept the same horse, man.
I love that.
And like it's just sitting there, like it's bleeding out, and like Arthur, like he like runs over to the horse and he's like consoling it, and he's just like thank you. Like he's literally like whispering to this horse, like thank you for like it's okay, girl, you can rest. Like, you know, and like, and I'm just like, no, like not the horse.
Dude,
You
animal
know?
deaths are
I
tough,
know,
bro.
dude. Like it was so bad.
Oh, that's
And like
so sad.
so like at this point, I can't lie. It's getting a little dusty in the room. It's getting a little dusty in the room.
No doubt. No
and,
doubt.
And you know, like, so we run up, you know, and like eventually it gets to the point where it's like Arthur's like, and at this point Arthur's sickness like is just getting to a point where like it's bad. Like he's coughing really bad. Like it's not good. And like he's really weakened. And he tells John, like, John, both of us aren't gonna make it out. You gotta go. And like John's like, no, like what, you know, like what are you talking? Like, let's just go. He's like, John, you have to leave. You have a wife. And he's like, be a man. You need to go to your wife and son. You know, and it's just crazy how like real that was. And like
Yeah.
Arthur like takes off his hat and like puts it on John's head.
Oh,
Like gives him his satchel and like
Dang.
gives him like all of his stuff, and he's like, go. And like he's like, promise me that you won't turn around.
mm.
And so John runs off, and then that's your final stand. You know, we're shooting Piggertons left and right. My Deadeye, which is like kind of like vats of like red, that doesn't even work anymore because he's so like sick and everything that like it stops regenerating, so you can't use it anymore. So
You're
like
just hooked
I'm just,
completely.
you know, like literally, like it felt like Halo Reach, like mission objective
Oh my,
survive. Like that's what
yeah,
this
for
felt
real,
like.
yeah.
And then so like
Dang.
low key though, I'm like, I got them all. Like there's nobody left. Like, wait, we might be good. And then guess who comes running from behind me and tackles me to the ground?
The rat.
Micah
Yeah.
freaking
Oh my
Bell.
god.
And then so we're tussling, we're fighting. Whole time he's making fun of Arthur, like, oh, you don't got it anymore. You're too weak. You're too sick, Black Lung. And Arthur's just like, me, like, dude, like it's crazy, like how like the punches sound in Red Dead. It was so
It's brutal, huh?
satisfying. So like you're literally having this fight, like on the like this mountaintop, right? Like overlooking these clouds, super cinematic. You're fighting, you're tussling. Arthur's low key winning, can't lie. And then so he rips like Micah's gun out, and then like Micah like just like gets the upper hand. And like at this point, like Arthur's he's had tuberculosis now for months, right? He's winded, he's gassed, he's killed a bunch of people. Now he has to fight this dude, and now the gun goes flying out. And so Micah gets like, they both like start tussling and fall off the cliff like onto like another, I guess, like sub cliff side, I guess you'd say.
Whoa.
So like Arthur's like messed up here, and he's reaching for the gun, he's crawling, and as soon as he gets to the gun to kill Micah, a boot steps on the gun.
Oh,
And who is it
GG.
other than Dutch Van Deren?
Dutch. Oh,
And at this point, Arthur turns around and he's like, Dutch, he's a rat. He's a rat. And Arthur tried to tell him earlier. And Dutch didn't listen now. And you got to put into perspective, Arthur has been with Dutch since he was a little kid. Dutch practically raised Arthur. And right in the end, Dutch chose not to believe Arthur that Michael was the rat. Didn't believe him. And so Dutch,
so heavy.
Micah's like, come on, Dutch, you know, we got to go. We can make it out together. And Dutch, he doesn't even say anything. He just like walks away. He leaves.
what a coward. What a coward.
And then Micah goes the other way. And then Arthur is just like there, just laying there. Dead, bro. And like, so Arthur starts crawling, and he like crawls up to kind of like this little summit. And he like rolls over and he's laying. And you see the sunrise start to come up. and you can, in this entire time, like all you can hear is like Arthur's breathing, and like it sounds so bad. Like I don't know if like you've ever been sick where you have like stuff in your lungs and like your breathing is so like ragged, but it's like that, and his breathing is just getting weaker and weaker. And as the sun rises, you just hear that breath just stop.
Mm.
And that's it. You see this like really pretty stag come out of nowhere, and that's like drinking at this creek. And so what my friend explained to me, because I was like, what does this stag mean? And like it's kind of like depending on how you played as Arthur, you'll either see a stag or a wolf at the end of the game. If you see the stag, it means like you got the high honor ending. If you see a wolf, it means you got the low honor. But
Damn.
and that was it. Arthur Morgan died that day, and in the process, he was able to save John Marston. He was able to save a father and a husband, and right there when that happened, it was one of those, man. I set the controller down, and man, what a horrible day for Rain.
Oh,
What what a
John,
horrible
that
day
quote.
for Rain.
Yeah, that sucks.
But it was, man, and then so like from there, you go into the epilogue chapters. And so like I can't lie, I low-key like didn't touch, like you play as John in the epilogue chapters, and I wasn't having it, man. I wasn't ready. I was still in mourning.
Yeah, I can
Like I
see.
was
Man,
like,
how
I was
would
just
you?
like,
How could you
man.
transition away from something so
Yeah,
heavy
like
like
I
that? You
couldn't
know,
just
you can't
start.
just jump into
Yeah.
John's boots
No,
like
I
that.
couldn't. I couldn't.
But
And like
okay,
the timescape is like, and the timescape is also like years. Like it's like
yeah,
2-3 years or something like that.
yeah, it's a good chunk of change.
Yeah. But dude, like what a
So wait,
ride.
so yeah, like as a okay, so I played through all of Red Dead 1, and I just want to interject this just a little bit because I know you've got some epilogue left to do still, correct?
Yes, sir. I am on the last part of the epilogue. I'm now on
Okay.
epilogue part 2. There's like 2
Okay.
chapters in the epilogue. I'm on the second one.
So I'm really glad that you made it through that ordeal. By the way, I don't want to cut you off. Do you have anything else to add about? You know what? Actually, I would love to hear your summation, your summary judgment on the experience that, well, you know, up through the end of that story, because the epilogue's going to epilogue, whatever.
Yeah. Epilogue's gonna epilogue, and the epilogue
But
has gotten really good, I will say.
I'm sure of it because I'll get to that point in a minute. But
Yeah,
what
as
is your
far
summary
as
judgment on
man,
RDR2 on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think?
I
Oh.
can't lie. That is one of the best stories I've ever played.
Hell yeah.
Like, and I'm really thankful that like I feel bad talking about it because like I'm thankful that I had no spoilers going in. So it was like I was able to
How
just
you
play it.
manage that is wild.
Yeah, like I was able to just play it, and like genuinely, so like from a control perspective, like the controls feel so smooth. Rockstar did an amazing job, like the music. Like I formed a genuine emotional attachment. Like guys, you guys saw me in the office. I
Bro,
was
you were
really
like down like a
I
whole day.
was sad that Monday coming back, bro. I was like, I miss Arthur.
It's like coming out of a capsule. Like that experience is so well crafted and pulls you in so emotionally that it's like it's hard to exit from. You know, it's like getting out of a 3-hour ordeal or 3.5-hour ordeal of a movie that's just as well written. You're like, man,
Yeah.
I gotta decompress.
No, yeah, like it's top 5, easy. Top
Oh
5,
yeah, hell
top
yeah, I
5.
love to hear
'Cause, like,
that.
I mean, just as far as like, we've talked about it in the podcast before, right? Like the game looks great, right? The game, it's awesome. It's Rockstar. They did an amazing job. But like what they were able to do from like a story perspective is, I mean, wow, like no notes, like 10 out of 10. Like I there's I don't know, like I don't know what I would say of like this could have been better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was genuinely so well rounded. Like the way that like what an amazing job. What an amazing game. Like
Awesome.
man. Like I saw a YouTube video. Like I was watching YouTube earlier, and like this YouTube kids, because Big Brother's listening, but like it was like the best video game character of all time, and it was like a picture of Arthur Morgan. So like,
Oh yeah, there you
Like,
go.
bro had to click that.
like I was like, I hit that save
Got
to
to hear
watch
what that video
later,
has to say.
and like I'll be watching that before bed tonight. So
You
like
bet.
but genuinely I'm really thankful that I was able to play it. Like I had tried to play Red Dead for a very long time, but things happened where like I wasn't able to. Like unfortunately the port wasn't done very well to PC. So if you have an older graphics card, there's an issue where like the game won't boot. And
Oh,
so that
gross.
was an issue. I was like, I low-key gave up because like I've been trying to play this game like 2 years. I was trying to play this game years ago, but I couldn't. So I got a PS5 and I'm like, it's time.
Yep.
And so this was quite literally like the first game I've beaten on my PS5.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Landmark.
Hey,
So
On all
but-
fronts.
yeah, genuinely a good game. I have I think close to like 70 hours now on it. Playing the epilogue, and I have a bunch of saves. Like I got to go back as Arthur. I rode around for a little bit. I had to.
Sure.
But really good game. I'm excited for the epilogue. Because the reason I say it got good is some characters have reappeared. That is all I will say. And
Okay.
I am excited to see what I may or may not get to do in these epilogue chapters. I will say though, if
bro, seeking revenge, bro.
if revenge is to be had, I don't care what I have to do to attain it.
Wow.
That is what I will say there.
Keegan
what I-
says you need to try and tame the white horse in
The
the
White
mountains.
Arabian, that's
The
the
White
horse
Arabian,
I've
if
been
you
using
still
the
have-
whole game.
Oh, he already tamed it,
Yeah,
bro.
so as
He's way
soon-
ahead of you, Keegster.
No, yeah. I had a buddy that put me on to that white Arabian, and as soon as
It's a beautiful
spawns-
horse.
Beautiful horse. I named it Tundra.
Nice. Oh, what a great name.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
So dude, I was pissed off though because like I thought it spawned as soon as you left like that because it spawns in the same area where you start the game,
Sure.
but it doesn't spawn until you do a specific mission. So like I spent like 2 hours looking for this horse, not realizing that I needed to do a mission first and then it spawned.
That
but-
sounds like a shortcoming of your buddy who turned you onto the horse. He should have said, by the way,
Hey, you need to do this mission first.
FYI.
But that's a great horse, and even like the horse that John has is actually pretty good. Like I'd say it's probably like I miss my white Arabian, but
Mhm.
that horse is also very fast. So it worked out. Good horse, though,
that's
man.
good.
Like when it died, I telling you, man, I started tearing up when that horse died, bro.
I
Love that
mean,
horse.
Hell yeah.
It's been with you this whole time, you know?
Bro, like man, like you could whistle and it would just pull up, bro. Got me out of so many hairy situations because it's the fastest horse in the game. So
Yeah.
it's like it was so free, guys. I could just leave. It was so cool.
Jeez.
Mm.
Well, I'm not
Mm.
surprised at your assessment because the way you talk about this game, I feel like I know Arthur Morgan.
Right? No, it's
you
literally
know?
like I watched like watching Breaking Bad. You get attached to Walter. You get attached to Jesse.
Yeah.
Like you watch Better Call Saul. You get attached to Saul Goodman. Like that's really what it felt like. Like the only difference is right. You see in art, right? Like Jesse made it out. You know what I mean? Walter didn't. So it's like early on playing the game. That's why like I would tell my brother he hasn't played it, but I tell like it's like I would compare it to like imagine because he's seen Breaking Bad. I was like imagine playing as Jesse in this game. Like that's kind of what it's like. Like you're playing as Jesse from Breaking Bad, but in this universe.
Damn. That's wild.
Man, but I feel bad. I feel like I've talked a lot, but
No.
great
This is
game.
good. This is what we've been leading up
Dude,
to, man.
like-
every
Yeah.
every episode.
dude.
We absolutely have.
Like
For
Arthur,
sure.
man. Like, dude, like I said, I've had people at my church asking me about Arthur Morgan, bro. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Mm.
Oh man, I feel like I
Firsthand
have to
impact.
decompress just from hearing you talk about it. You know
Yeah,
what
that
I mean?
was so much. That was like that was a lot. Like I feel like, yeah, I feel like I had to go through that with you there.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad, bro. Because even my mom was like, "Are you okay?"
Are you okay?
Yo, no, like literally, because
Mom's like, can I get you a glass of warm tea?
yeah,
Like,
no, it was bad. Because like I would kind of like just talk to my mom about it, and it was really cool from like a video game perspective. Because like I said, her like favorite game that she played the most was Tetris. So like her seeing like, oh my gosh, games have progressed that much
Yeah.
was really cool. That even she was like, "What do you mean he died?" You know, like it was kind of
oh
funny.
man.
Games can be sad, man. They
Yeah,
can really
like
take you
I
for a
can
ride.
tell she would like walk by as I was playing and like watch for a bit. One thing I will say, it's cool to see like what she thought of like, oh my gosh, like this looks like a movie. Like it was cool seeing like that reaction.
Jeez.
Yeah, whenever a game just produces an emotion in you, like yeah, it's a different feeling than playing like a competitive game where you're just like raged at like a particular
Yeah,
person or something.
like an actual human. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Like this story made me feel some type of way. Like I'll never forget how I felt so duped playing Cyberpunk, and that one
Man.
wasn't necessarily quite as like this-y. Like maybe, I mean, it was still heavily emotional, but like what I felt like happened in the end of that, more so that like produced an emotion, was I felt like I was doing everything that I was supposed to do, and then I got absolutely played like so
Yeah.
hard in the
Like a
ending.
fiddle.
Yeah, dude, I got played like a fiddle, and you know, we don't have to drop more game spoilers, but like that I actually finished that scene after I was done. I walked out of my room and I walked over to my wife and I was like, I'm so mad right now. I am furious right now. Like I have to tell someone because no one experienced that with me, but someone needs to know how I'm feeling right now.
Dang, dude. Conjuring up emotions, video games
Dude,
can.
it's
Yeah.
funny.
Said
It's funny
Yoda
you bring
once, I
up
think.
like Cyberpunk. My buddy's wife like just finished Cyberpunk. Like literally today.
Oh
We were
wow.
texting back and forth about it.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Great game.
Great game. Yeah. Fantastic game, dude.
No, another good, beautiful game.
I've been meaning to get into Cyberpunk at some point. My backlog looks so ugly. It's all half finished games, and I swear to you, I'll finish The Witcher 3 at some point.
No,
Whoa.
dude, no, bro. It's been like
Yeah,
it's been
give
10 years for me.
No,
bro.
no, no, no.
Give up,
Listen,
bro.
listen to my words. I'll tell you, I will finish that game because it's good. It really is good. I
such
just
a
got
good game.
sidetracked.
Why don't? Yeah, that's what happens to me every
Bro.
damn time, dude.
Shout out
Every
CD
time.
Project Red, bro.
Yeah, they can craft a world, that's for
Yeah,
sure. And I'm really
that's
interested to
true.
see where they take Cyberpunk 2. That's in development right
Oh,
now. I
dude.
know.
I know
And,
they released the plot for it already. Like they
oh
they
yeah,
already-
yeah. I think you mentioned that to me at some point. If you want to maybe recap that.
Sure, yeah.
What's the deal?
They started production, I want to say either last month or 2 months ago. But pretty much all they've revealed so far is that you're actually not going to be in Night City. We're going to be in Chicago. And
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, we're going to be in
Okay.
Chicago. And and I'm sorry, I saw something in the chat and it just completely killed my train of thought.
Oh
I'm
no.
so upset he brought that up.
Somebody brought up Anthem.
But anyway, you start off. You're actually the main character is a police officer. So
We'll get to Anthem in a minute. Yeah, I want to hear about Chicago.
It's interesting because you actually play. You're going to be playing as like a completely different side of like cyberpunk. You know, as you were a street kid, you know, like you were in the slums or whatever. You're starting off as like the corpo, the pigs. You know, like Screw 12. You know, you're starting off as a police officer, and so it's hinted. I don't remember if they mentioned this, but you transition to NCPD or Night City at some point. Like
Oh wow.
the city will be making a return in the game, but you start off in Chicago.
Dang.
But I will say they've released Cyberpunk has made a lot of like new just content. Like there's even a webtoon you can read where the main character is actually a trauma team like person, like he's a part of trauma team. So he's a part of the people that, like, if you have, the insurance for it, they'll go and save you if your, body, if you get shot or something like that. There is also another season 2 coming of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. We'll be starting off as a new character. There will be a new character, a new story as well in
Nice.
Night City. So
Very
they're doing a
cool.
lot. They're keeping busy.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Just because I know that they've fleshed out such a world with Cyberpunk, and man, that game is incendiary for a large chunk of the gaming world.
Dude, some
you know,
people really hate it.
You love it or hate it. And I didn't give it as much of a fair shake. By the way, shout outs to Lacry. We're watching some footage here and kind of commentating over it. Links to it in the YouTube video below. Go watch that full playthrough if you're not into playing through this thing, because it's a sick story. I gave it about 2 hours, and I think what threw me off with Cyberpunk was that the controls didn't feel great. But my caveat here was that at the time, and I didn't know this at the time, my computer's cooling unit died. I had a water cooling unit inside of it, and it died, and I didn't realize that that's what was going on. So to prevent itself from being destroyed by its own hubris, the CPU was limiting itself to about 800 megahertz. Not anywhere near enough to crunch what it needed.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, man, this game looks like crap. Why does everybody and then 2.5 weeks later I discover that's why. So yeah, I need to go back and give it a fair shake, because it reminds me a lot of and some people have called it kind of an immersive sim, and that's a really particular genre naming
That's
convention.
a very interesting way to put it.
I don't love that name, but MSims kind of have this thing where you've got an objective and a bunch of different ways to approach it. That's like the typical way you would look at an immersive sim. And so in 2000, I played a game, and I've probably mentioned it on the podcast before. It's called Deus Ex, and it blew my mind. It was like, oh, games can have stories. It was about JC Denton, this secret agent. He's cyberpunked out. He's augmented. It's about augmented folks versus the regular folks.
Cool.
And the government has built this terrible plague that they unleashed on the populace. And so JC's like part of the kind of their goon squad, but he's got a head on his shoulders, and his brother kind of betrayed the organization that they work with. Well, long story short, you kind of flip sides midway through the game. Like, you travel to Hong Kong and you meet this guy who pulls this kill switch out of you so you can be a free man. And man, the game freaking goes places, but it's set up a lot like Cyberpunk in that, hey, we've got to do a thing, and you can hack the cameras, or you can burst your way in there and just, so anyway, I went in blasting. And there's just a number of ways to go about stuff. And I truly do love those types of games when I have the time to sit down for 4 to 6 hours and really take my time and absorb the world and enjoy it. So yeah, shout outs to Cyberpunk, because I'm watching. Are you guys seeing this video? It looks
I know exactly
phenomenal.
What's happening right now.
I knew you would.
Dude, I have like 300 hours on the game.
Great mission.
That's wild.
Right here. Great mission.
Yeah, good mission. Good mission.
Devin, are you saying that facetiously?
No. Great mission.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah. Okay, perfect.
Like, I could just watch this.
Well,
man, the game is fantastic. It had a rough start, but it has turned 100%. Into a wonderful, wonderful game.
Yeah,
they definitely it redeemed itself and more.
You know what I'm really loving seeing up in AAA. This is a AAA space. Like, make no mistake about it.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
In this AAA space, and biggest shout outs to Hello Games for this sort of behavior. When you release, this is a perfect segue. I can't wait to shit all over Randy Pitchford. when you release a game and it stutters and there's problems, you stick with it. And
You don't give up.
You don't give up. That's the theme of our show, guys. Don't give up.
Don't give
Because
up.
This happened to CD Projekt Red. This
Yeah.
happened to Hello Games, and it's happening right now to Borderlands 4. And I'll tell you 2 different ways to approach it that you should go, and I'll tell you 1 way that you should not go. And the 2 ways you approach it is, holy shit, we didn't expect you guys to have such problems, but we want you to have a good time with our game. Please be patient while we patch this. We swear to you we will fix this and make it right. Those are the words that a gamer wants to hear when you're booting up a game and it's running at sub 20 frames a second for no reason.
Yeah.
And so shout outs to Hello Games, who's still making No Man's Sky. By the way, if you guys didn't know who Hello Games was, they make No Man's Sky. They're still making it. They have
That game is nuts now.
huge game on their hands, and on top of that, they have a huge following. Huge. I mean, we're talking millions and millions of daily players. You know, maybe not concurrently, but it sits up there all the time on the Steam charts of concurrent players. People love that game now. And I'm not going to lie, when I first booted it up, I have a Blu-ray copy of it. You know, I got like an off-the-shelf version.
Wow.
It's rough. Like if I were to reset my PS5 and not update it and install it and play it, holy shit, that game's bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie. Every now and then, they're like, hey, we just dropped a giant update. Hey, we just dropped a giant update. It's like every 4 months I go back and like, yeah, I could spend 40 hours in this game.
Have, like,
then I do.
Developers who love their games, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
So I want to pivot real quick and talk about how you don't approach this situation. And that is how Randy Pitchford has been approaching this situation.
Good old Randy.
Because, fuck, I hate that guy. Borderlands 4 came out fairly recently, and Randy Pitchford is doing them no services right now by tweeting what he has been tweeting. I gotta find this quote for you guys.
Pulling up receipts
right now, bro.
Yeah,
He's pulling up the receipts, man.
I
Too
screenshotted
old
this.
Randy's
This is some of the worst PR disastrous tweeting I
Ugh.
have ever seen in my life, bar none. And Randy, if you're listening to this, put the phone down. Stop being personally affronted by the fact that your game runs like shit. Okay,
Yeah, go fix it instead.
Look, and not everybody's experiencing this. I will give them that. There's some caveats as to what's going on, right? So Borderlands 4 is built on Unreal Engine 5, and the judgment, and I'll preface this by saying I am not a developer, so I'm going to do my best to translate what I have heard from other people who probably know way more about that space, and that is that the game is poorly optimized. It's not running the way it should. And at least for a few minutes while it's, you know, loading and caching all these shaders and all this stuff's going on in the background, the game runs like crap for quite a few people, right? So, geez. So I'm just going to read this setup tweet here. Again, I'm not going to attribute names to it. It says, Randy, it took days to get your game to a state that I could tolerate playing it. He uses the word tolerate here. That's I enjoy Borderlands. I don't enjoy being told to have or use DLSS or things like it and frame generation. For less tech savvy people, DLSS is basically offloading rendering to server side stuff rather than on your console. And frame generation is exactly what it sounds like. You take 2 frames and you insert a fake frame or 2 or 3 to smooth out the game. The trouble with that is that frame generation causes lag, like mad crazy control lag in some situations, in a lot of situations. So Randy, in his infinite wisdom, replied directly to this person's tweet and said, you can do whatever you want. The game is the game. Please get a refund from Steam if you aren't happy with it. You made an analogy to a vehicle. I would not put a Ferrari engine in a monster truck and expect it to drive like a Ferrari.
Oh God,
if you tell me about your specification, I can help you optimize your performance. What an asshole.
Now I know why you hate this guy so much.
That's not even the whole tweet. It's a wall.
What?
Oh, there's more. Oh, he wrote an essay.
Oh, keyboard warrior.
It's blurry on my camera, but that bottom white chunk is his fucking response to this guy. Fuck that. That is such that, like, I spent a decade in the service industry. I know what customer service should look like. This ain't it.
Yeah.
This is like,
yeah.
I actively don't want you to play my
Oh,
game. Good.
my
Then we
God.
won't. Oh my God. I'm so heated about this sort of thing because
Guy literally
know-
said, "I want to play your game. I like your game. Can you make it where I can play your game?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "No,
No.
refund my game. I don't want you to play it."
Better. Stop
Who
being
says
poor.
that?
Why would you
Stop
say
being
that?
poor and buy a Ferrari engine.
David Nunez in our chat knows what's up. He says, nah, man, that dude sucks. 100%. Randy
Fact.
Pitchford has got to stop. It would be better for him to just not say anything. All he had to do was get on Twitter and reply to literally anybody. Wow, this is really violent. Let's switch to a different scene. Not that anything else in this game is going to be less violent. But no, but for real though, all he had to say was, dang, this is awful. I don't want you to have
Could have
this
said
experience.
anything else.
But he gets all on his defensive mode, like Randy actually coded this game at all.
Oh,
and
dude, yeah, like he made it.
Guy
Like he
just
had
owns the
anything
company.
to do with it.
Yeah, he owns a company, which, by the way, I'll bet Randy Pitchford's about to get in a huge batch of hot water from the people who do own Gearbox Software, which is fucking 2K Games, one of the largest game studios publishers around.
Can I just say, why do big like corpos like that always want to use the damn analogy of like a Ferrari engine in
No,
a
like they
this,
do
or
use
like
that a lot,
or
don't
like
they?
a Mercedes Benz wheels on a old
Yeah, what's up with
Civic?
corpos and cars? Yeah,
get
that's
out
a
of here with
great
your
point,
shitty
Devin.
analogies, dude. It's like
This
it's not
rich
even
brain.
good.
Yeah, it's bad. So I want to take the time to let all the devs out there know, like, A, continue to make your game, make it the best possible game you can make it, and B, if it comes out and crashes and burns, don't be offended. You made a product and you put it out, stand by it and stick with it and do it better. And I say that with no mouthing it for. What I mean is, we got our game froze here. That's okay. We'll just transition back into 3 cameras. Oh no. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can.
Oh, okay. I thought we may have had a weird transit. I thought my my whole studio software crashed. That would have been a horrible problem.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah. So anyway, all I'm getting at is that if you have a product, and I'm not saying do better, as in like, I'm not pointing the finger at devs who have a problem with their game. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is keep going and do the best you can all the way through to the very end until it's a polished product, even after release, because these giant AAA studios can do it. So can you. You're in full control of everything that's going on. And for the love of God, never blame your players for not knowing how to set or optimize they know their rig. They know their PC. We're not stupid, guys. Okay, that's basically what Randy's saying. Listen, idiot, if you would just turn down your settings, bro, people are running this on a 5090 and are complaining about it. The top of the line graphics card.
Your freaking your like style of graphics in your game is literally cartoon. You're not.
It's not.
You're not showing me the freaking like pores on my face like in the game. Give me a break. I'm just a shade of color, like blank color with an outline. You literally use like a dark outline to like, that's how I drew pictures in kindergarten. Okay, and that's fine. I love the art style, but it doesn't have to be graphically intensive. And the fact that they so poorly optimized the game that anyone in 2025 with like any decent modern hardware could have any trouble running the game that looks exactly like Borderlands 2, it blows my mind. And then to have the audacity to say that it's their fault and not the developers or the studio. Give me a break, man.
Death. Kiss of death. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I got that out onto the internet, and I hope somebody listens to it. And for all of our listeners there, I hope that you're listening to it, going, yeah, that's some shit right there. And Randy, God, for the love of God, dude, put the phone down. You don't need to do this. And it's not helping anybody. It's not even helping you at all. It's just not great. But yeah, actually, I'm going to shift over. This is some Borderlands footage. I want to show this because the game does look good.
It looks
like
cool.
It looks cool.
Oh, it's great.
but it's not it ain't no Red Dead 2 in
Ain't
my
no- ain't
opinion.
no- yeah, no, not at all.
It doesn't
But it
look
doesn't
like
have to
that.
be. That's fine.
Exactly.
But
I'll be the first to tell you graphics don't matter.
yeah,
But
graphics
have a
don't.
style. Have a style. This style doesn't demand
Absolutely.
a 5090. It shouldn't.
No, it should not at all.
Yeah,
Man, I hope they stick with it though. And don't
I
Yeah,
do
fix
as
it. I
well.
love Borderlands. I love Borderlands games. I will
They're
play
fun as hell.
Borderlands games. Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are. Dude.
that's what they are. They're a good
I mean,
time.
look at all
Infinite
these
guns.
Look
They're
at
a
all
good
this
time.
stuff going on. Oh,
Dude,
I got a
he
different
was
spot in
just
the
dual
video
wielding axes.
here. Hell yeah. Let's go.
This is kind of badass.
It's dope, right?
Yeah, don't just give up on a game.
Or your community, or the people who want your game. Like what? That's what he was doing. Like
Man.
he's not even saying that he's giving up on his game. He's saying his game was perfect and that he should just the
You're
player base
wrong.
should just refund it.
Hey,
yeah,
you
what?
fix
What
it.
the hell
Hey,
kind of a take is
Imagine, yeah, hey, refund it on Steam.
that? I don't want your money. I don't want you
I
to play
don't know
my
what
game.
to say.
You're
I
gonna
don't
complain
even know
about
what
it.
to say to that.
It's so
What-
stupid.
And poor okay, I'm not here to play poor corpo, but those poor 2K people that bought this company with this gunslinger attached to it, they might be seriously reconsidering what the hell they did.
Don't
going
feel
back.
bad for 2K. They're fine.
No, exactly. That's what
They're
I'm saying. I'm
okay.
not saying, oh, poor corpo, but they have to
Yeah.
deal with this fallout. But I am saying those poor developers that poured their heart and soul into this,
That's fair.
good on them. They did their best, and maybe it's not as optimized as it could be. Maybe that's just a training issue or whatever. Or I don't know. I have all the sympathy in the world for the people who coded this game, who drew the artwork, who made it work. Look at this. It's a
Agree.
feat of gaming. I mean, so much is going on in this game. But also, then you have to deal with Randy saying the type of vile garbage that he says about the player base and the accusatory nature of just the way he is about this release. It's so poorly done, and it should never happen to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, because the internals of that company, like the studio, they're absolutely all those developers are looking at that feedback and they're gonna fix their game because they poured their freaking like blood, sweat, and tears into the game they developed. They want it to work out. And then you have the dumbass like big corpo like suit man who's like trying to do PR shit.
Arrow is red and going down. Fix it.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of PR? That's what that is.
RP?
It's the opposite
RP?
of PR. Yeah. He's RPing as a PR team, and it's just a poorly made costume.
Didn't work.
Yeah, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if like part of the reason for the issues is because the devs had to meet deadlines or they had to do this, had to do that.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think anybody that like, because especially Borderlands is such a storied franchise, like it's been around for such a long time.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't think that like a dev team that like put that much work into a game would not know these things. I don't know.
I agree with you. I think
almost
I think something went wrong. Okay. And I'm not here to, jump on any dev that did their best to make this what it was supposed to be. Great. That's amazing.
Yeah, leave dev alone.
I will leave all devs alone, including our own. I'm not going to judge you if you put out something that maybe on your side of the equation, your portion of the developer process was solid. Like, look at this artwork. If you go and look at just the straight up raw drawing of the textures, it looks fucking sweet.
Well, look at all the stuff that came out of that enemy. That just look at that.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me transition back real quick. Yeah, look at all this loot. That's fun, and it's all neon.
Hey,
and
works for me.
And yeah, so good on the devs for putting something out. And if you guys are on that dev team and you're listening to this for some reason, I have all the faith in the world that you'll do right by your product and that you did your best to begin with. Because I'm here to give you guys the developers the benefit of the doubt. The corpos put a deadline on you that you were like, man, we're not gonna fucking meet that. Just slap the code together, make it exist. That's the refrain I'm seeing on Twitter a lot, especially for smaller developers. Make it exist first. You can make it pretty later.
Yeah.
In this case, it's not really ideal. But the nail in the 99% of the problem is that was Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, screw him.
All right, screw that guy. Let's move on. I don't want to be mad about him
Anyway.
anymore. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna waste any more time on him. But I am glad that I got that out there. So yeah, damn.
Do we want to talk about not giving up?
Yeah, let's talk about that. What you got, Devin?
And I think we've touched on it a little bit, but like not giving up on these games, man. Like I think you made a video as well. Whenever like these video games get difficult, you know,
Oh yeah,
pushing through.
That video's in the hopper still. I hadn't had time to edit it together, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, pushing through the gratification you can get through like it's all the SilkSong stuff, right? Everyone's complaining about the difficulty of SilkSong, and I think the sentiment that needs to be put out there is keep trying at it, right? Like don't stop.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
100%.
Don't give up on it.
Yeah. You can do it.
Mm.
Yeah, and actually, I was watching a video earlier about that kind of very notion, and it was a video from another podcast. I wish I could remember the name so I could shout them out. But the question was, why do you like Dark Souls? Because in this day and age, all of our video game gratification, a large portion of it, not all of it, obviously, but a large portion of our video game gratification comes from constant dopamine floods. Oh, you beat stage 3 of Cut the Rope. Oh, you cleared all the things off of Candy Crush. And these mobile games, and I'm not here to throw shade on mobile games. Shout outs to Golf Battle. But
shout out to Uma Musume Pretty Derby.
Shout out to Clash Royale. Okay.
All right. So we've all got mobile games that satisfy that dopamine hit, whether it's a clicker or a 1v1 or a pervert game with horse women. I don't even know. That's your horses. You do you.
It's got to be misogynistic, right?
Keep saying it, John. They're horses. Keep saying it. Anyway, this constant dopamine flood of easy games where the difficulty feels artificial, and you can even see it. Like, oh, I just didn't get the right drops to complete all of the candies off of this map. I'll try again.
Yeah, that pisses you off.
And that the ramp up, the 1 hour ramp up where every level is like, oh, I've got this. And you win by the skin of your teeth. But if you look under the hood, you were going to win by your skin of the teeth because the devs designed it that way. The manipulation of our dopamine has gotten us to the point where games that are hard, like a SilkSong or a Dark Souls, come along and it throws people off. It throws the gaming community off. And I think in a lot of situations where you have such a constant drip of that dopamine rush of success, it's welcome for a lot of players that a game says, hey, I'm done holding your hand. All right, we're just good luck. Oh, you died. You died.
Yeah, you died.
Get good, son.
Get good.
Done.
And the question that was levied at this podcast host was, but why do you like this? And both of the other co-hosts were like, it's the climb. It's the success at the peak of that climb. It's the 57 deaths that you suffered at the hands of this nameless king. And when you finally put that motherfucker in the ground, ooh, it's so satisfying. Oh, there's nothing that beats that, the accomplishment and gratification of pushing and pushing and pushing until finally you crack the code. You're like, I got this. I can do this dance now. And even when you go back, it's still hard. It does challenge you. It puts you in a corner. And those types of games are really, really welcome, I think, especially in this day and age where you could just pick up a game and it's fairly easy for the most part. Even Hollow Knight. I'm not going to say Hollow Knight's easy, but it's not difficult either.
Hey,
it's
John,
like
is Hollow Knight easy, bro?
I wouldn't. I mean, I personally, I don't think it's
messing with
easy. I've also never played a game like that before.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's new to you.
So there's there are a lot of stepping stone games, and
I think that's
and
a lot of what the issue is people. This is new to them. They're jumping into SilkSong and they haven't really played something like that before, and it's gonna tear you up, man. It's gonna show you what's going on.
Yeah,
yeah, like, you just punch a wall, get back to it a little bit after you cooled
like,
down and bandaged up your hand. It's
Like
You
I'm
got
gonna
this.
get like, cause
Don't
it's
stop.
like, hey, I'm free. If anything, you can look at it this way, right? I lost all my geo. I now have nothing to lose.
Yep.
Have no money. I'm broke.
You can absolutely go that route.
I'm gonna go.
Really
kill
just
think about
Hornet.
it that
It
way.
becomes about the friends you made along the way at that point, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shout
it
out to
does.
Cornifer and Sly.
Oh, I love Cornifer, and I love all their little emotes. And you know what? We're just gonna have to pivot and talk about SilkSong because I have a well, we stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'm playing through SilkSong a small chunk at a time. You know, I get 2 hours here, 2 hours there, and it's a demanding game, and I really am having a great time with it. Hold on, let me switch on over to my footage here. Yeah, there you go, and click that button. Woohoo! It worked. All right. Anyway, yeah, there's some great stuff going on in that game, more so than I had expected. One thing that it's been doing that Hollow Knight did not do is it is surprising me with bosses. Like, for example, so the home base that you go to is called Bone Bottom, right? And Bone Bottom has a little town, and you talk to the people there, and you take things off of the board, put them on your quest log. Shout outs to a freaking quest log for once. And I went back there after, I don't know, 3 or 4 extra bosses, tons of exploring, and this one thing that I killed showed up again, and it charged at me out of nowhere, and it leveled Bone Bottom. It knocked over everybody's house. It killed a guy. Oh my God. This game freaking goes places. All right. And I really welcome a surprise boss the way that they did this one particular one. It's like a giant skull spider thing. It's not hard, but when it comes out of nowhere and you're not prepared for it, it's a shock for sure. And after I finished it, I talked to the guy who's the fixer of the town, and he's like, "Well, good thing I'm here. So I'm gonna fix this bench," and then I went off and almost died. So I cheesed it a little bit, and I went back out to the main menu, got back in my game, and it spawned me back in at Bone Bottom, and the bench was fixed. He'd accomplished his job. So I was like, "All right, cool, way to go, fixer." I sat on the bench, got up, and I walked over to the left, and they're having a funeral. The bugs are having a funeral for their friend, and they're all singing, and he does this like eulogy for this bug who died, and he will never be able to climb again, but hopefully his shell hardens that it may steady the steps of other bugs. And then Hornet goes, they all say, it's actually kind of comedic in the middle of this really sad scene. They said, "Let us all sing the name of our fallen comrade," or whatever. And Hornet goes, "What's the name of your comrade?" And they all look at each other, and the music stops. Like, and then the guy goes back. He's like, "Well, whatever his name was, let's just commit him to the dirt." And they throw him off the bridge and stuff. It was kind of funny. It was a good way to break the tension. But yeah, shout outs to SilkSong, because it's like Hollow Knight squared. Everything that you are having fun with and getting frustrated at, everything in that game between Hollow Knight and SilkSong is amplified to the nth degree, and I'm here for it. I'm having a great time playing it, guys, if you can't tell.
Dude, good game,
So,
man.
yeah.
I'm having fun with Hollow Knight. Like,
Yeah, tell me
man, like, I
tell me
punched
about
the
your Hollow
wall,
Knight
bro.
adventures. Where are you at?
Punched the wall. I punched the wall.
Well, yeah, we
no,
saw.
yeah, I've
We
been
can kind of see it in your little camera there.
Yeah, so this is a from a previous thing.
Not to call you out or anything.
But yeah, I probably punched the wall like a little under this here. Right around there. There's like a little slight little
Taking some
divot.
damage, huh?
A little bit.
It'll get under your
but
skin.
yeah, no, I was like, dude, like, dang, man, I had like almost 800, 700 geo. I'm like, dude. But I mean, what's crazy is the for example, like something as simple as like when I hear Cornifer humming,
Mm.
it's like I get happy. I'm like, it's Cornifer. you know, like the way that the little characters, like they have little like sounds that they do, little they'll be humming because they're like doing things. Like Corner Freeze is drawing maps, right? You meet that one lady that's in the mine and she's just singing and she's like mining away.
Yep.
Like, and you have like it's really, it's a cool atmosphere. Like the ambiance is really sick, and I think the art style, I was not expecting it to be like that good or that detailed, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Because even in Hollow Knight, like I'll look at the background of like where I'm walking in, and I'm just like, dang, this is like layered. Like this goes deep in a way, like the depth of field. I'm like they actually like did this. Like they actually filled this in.
Can I blow your mind a little bit further?
Sure.
So Team Cherry consists of
Three of them.
3 people, 1 coder, 1 artist, and 1, oh, I forget what the other guy does. Sorry, but
Yeah.
this is more or less the art of a single person, more or less.
Wow.
And all of those layers that you're marveling at are by his hand. That's mind-boggling. And
No,
when
for
I
one
when I say
guy.
that Silksong ratchets everything up, it ratchets that up too. The layers that you look at within the backgrounds of these games, I saw a little clip. I probably talked about it in the last podcast. You see it like a 2D plane, and they rotate it on its Z axis so you can see all of the layers. It's sort of like peering into like a what did you call those things when you made a diorama? It's like peering into a
Whoa.
diorama, right? And there's like 7, 8, 9, 10 layers of stuff that's moving in a parallax fashion. And then all of that depth of field is, it's not artificial. It's obviously, there, but it's an effect because the art in the background is that crystal clear if you break out the layers. And so shout outs to the artist guy on Team Cherry. Let me find his name real quick. But yeah, Team Cherry is definitely lighting up. Hell, they crashed 3 separate stores on release. They sold 1
3
million
people.
copies in at least 20 in 24 hours or fewer. That's
3
insanity.
people.
And I'm really glad to see that happen. And then on top of that, we talked about this last time as well. The $20 price point. Absolutely.
Round of applause.
Standing
for that one.
ovation.
Fantastic. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's on my docket lately is basically Silksong, but I've been playing a lot of little indie game demos as well. Shout outs to Nox Mortalis. I played one just before we got on the show. Keegan says, now that you're further into Silksong, do you think the $20 is underselling? Ooh, what a loaded question. That's a hard question to answer. Yes, and also no. Because it is worth more than the sum of its parts. If you're going to put a dollar value on the entertainment that I'm getting out of Silksong and the amount of blood, sweat, and tears that went into it, that game's worth $200. It's so good in almost every respect. Now, there's definitely some arguments to be made. There's some caveats that people don't much care for, but really it just boils down to like, well, that's what the game's presenting you for this, and it is difficult. So, for as cold as this is, get over it.
Let me ask you this, Nathan. What would you pay for it? Like what would be your max dollar amount that you would pay for Silksong? Personally?
Oh, you mean like in a realistic?
Yeah. Like hey, like this
situation.
Hey, announced it, and it is like this dollar amount, but that's the max dollar amount that you would be willing to pay.
Damn. Put me on the spot there.
Yeah.
let me answer it by saying that it's more of a sliding scale. It's like a bell curve, and the bell curve is peaked at, I would say, $40. That's what that game feels like. That's like the sweet spot. If they had charged 40, I would have never even batted an eye at it. Yeah. As you approach 60, I have a bit of a thorn in my side with that number, because for the longest time, games were $50. And before that, games were $40. Now, if you go further back, you should know that some games on the Sega Genesis were $85. Yeah, well,
crazy.
my wife's in the room with me, and I said 85, and she goes, "Ooh," and yeah, absolutely, ooh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
85, man.
yeah. So
that's
okay,
that time dollar, not
we're kind
accounting
of
for
lucky.
inflation.
Yeah, we're kind of
Yeah,
lucky to live in
man.
this situation where we have $60 games, and I'm not defending that price point. I want to point that out. What I'm saying is, in the grand scheme of things, it could be way worse. It could be much, much worse.
GTA 6, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be
First
$100.
quadruple, quintuple, octuple A game. Don't even get me
It's gonna
started.
be
What
$100,
silly marketing.
bro.
I can't. I won't buy it. That's outright completely. 60. Once you cross the $60 barrier, you've lost me. I just can't go past that point. But imagine a world in which your console, and this is a true thing. Imagine a world in which your console cost you $1,100 and the games costed you $90. Would you then give a shit about it? Probably not. And that's why the Philips CDI and the 3DO did not last very long, because they were $800, $900 in the 90s. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's a lot of money,
way
dude.
too much money. It's ridiculous. And then
Yeah.
here comes, in the history of video games, here comes old Sony, who ganked a bunch of developers basically off of a bunch of other companies that weren't doing it right. And they were like, we know how to do this. Can we please work for you? And Sony was like, sure, let's go. Enter the PlayStation, the original gray box. I don't even know what the original PlayStation price was. Let's see. PlayStation original price. Let's see if Perplexity can pull that up. Yeah, okay. No, it's referencing Hollow Knight. But anyway, it was somewhere in the ballpark of $300 to $400. Kind of what you would see today, which at the time, that's a pretty hefty price tag, but it had such a library and the games were good and it had legs to stand on. It wasn't like a CDI where you had a whopping 12 games to choose from and they all cost you triple what a normal video game would cost. It was reasonable.
So
And
what
kind of
makes
broke the ground there?
what makes the game from what you're saying, like, you know, like the $40 price point, you're not going to bat an eye about that. But
$299. Sorry, that was the original PlayStation 1 price, was $299. $300.
Okay. Wow.
All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. That price point, that $40 price point, they're saying like you would be completely willing to do that. What would make a SilkSong worth $60?
Nothing.
Right? Like what?
Let me stop you right there.
Whoa. Okay.
Games.
Whoa.
Okay, so this is the mark that SilkSong is making on the gaming sector as a whole. Gaming as a whole. Games don't need to cost that much. Good games don't need that many developers. You don't need a team of 3,000 to make a quality product. A lot of the games that I'm playing, go check out our YouTube channel. I just put up 5 amazing indie games you can wishlist on Steam right now. There's some coming out in October. They're made by 1-2 people at most. And they're not the greatest looking games in the world in terms of like, oh, you can see the pores on this guy's face, but they have a style. You know, that's what it boils down to. What is your game's style? So bringing it back to your original question, Devin, that's the mark that SilkSong is making right now. Games do not need to cost that much. A quality product will net a quality studio really quality money. They've already sold over 5 million copies on Steam alone.
It's the big giants, like
figures.
Yeah, it's like these big giants, the AAA studios trying to create or whatever, however many A's you want to talk about. But it's like they're these huge giants, and so their budget has to be enormous, so their game has to cost so much. And it's like in reality, it's like, hey, you can operate leaner and still produce the same, if not in some cases better video games. Actually, in a lot of cases nowadays, better video games.
100%.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. That makes a lot of sense. I like that perspective. I think it's tough, but I'm here for it. I think SilkSong is a good driver for that because it did it, right? Like it showed, hey, you can do it, and they're going to be good for another decade on money. They don't have to worry about it, right?
No, they're fine.
Absolutely. They're going to be good for generations on the money they made off of this. It's wild the amount of money they made on this.
I'd like to
20 bones.
Go ahead.
That's it. Oh, I did want to make one more point, is that I wouldn't necessarily pin it on the developers themselves either. I want to be clear about that.
True.
If you take a look at like Electronic Arts, and Blizzard and Activision and all those huge ass studios, who sits at the top? The board of directors, the corpos. And you know what what their MO is. You've seen them do that with regular businesses. Yeah. They wheel and deal in business so that they can make the highest number of dollars possible. And unfortunately, games are art. And if you are only focused on the money, it will show. And you can operate leaner and pay your people better. And the corpos, what are they there for? Except to market your game, I guess. But at the end of the day, we all know what Twitter is. We all have friends. We all know what word of mouth is. We've Team Cherry got this game out in front of everybody. It wasn't that hard. They didn't need a board of directors.
Yeah, they don't have a marketing department.
No, I don't want to say this without a ton of information, but seems like word of mouth. Hollow Knight made its rounds and it made a splash, and then they put out a few trailers here and there, went radio silent for a long time, and then boop, in 2 weeks you're going to get a game. Amazing. I love that. They didn't spend money on marketing cycles. They didn't, feed a bunch of crap to E3. E3 had some demos or some trailers maybe, but they weren't pouring all of their blood, sweat, and tears into that. They were pouring their blood, sweat, and tears into this art, and it shows. It feels good,
and you know what?
And it's worth it.
I've got to say the art style too of it, right? Like that. We've talked about this too, maybe off the podcast, but the graphics of things. It just, man, you don't have to have. It's what I was saying for the Borderlands thing. They're not showing pores, and that's fine. It still looks amazing. I don't care for that. I want it can look beautiful in a different way. It doesn't, the graphics don't have to be like I'm looking through a window at another person. It can be a video game, and it's okay.
And it's fine.
It's
okay.
Yeah, we don't have to have it
to be that way.
Yeah, we don't have to have the light reflecting like it's real life, or even more like everything looking like it's wet drives me insane with ray tracing.
Oh yeah.
Like we don't need to soak everything in water.
Everything looks so oily.
Yes, like everything got diddied, bro.
Dude,
diddied
baby oil in here.
Yeah,
like it's disgusting. Like that's what I appreciate when I look at a SILKSONG. I'm like, and you talk about, man, this is like hand drawn. This is a representation. This is art. It's not like this dude generated it, like the graphics for the background, and like bro drew this stuff. This was his art, and then they layered that on as the game, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's better than these guys going in and drawing every bit of stubble on someone's face, and then you not be able to run the game unless you're running with DLSS and frame gen, so that you're not even actually rendering what they drew to begin with, because your freaking graphics card has to fake it.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, what are we doing? Like 100%. We don't have to get that serious.
It has to literally make it
like
up.
SILKSONG looks so damn good.
Yeah, it really does.
It's so nice.
I'm going to go ahead. I looked it up. I'm going to go ahead and say his name. It's Ari Gibson. Huge shout outs to Ari Gibson. He's the principal artist of both Hollow Knight and SILKSONG, and his work has a cohesive feel to it. It has a life of its own when you play that game. John, you were talking about the humming that Cornifer does.
Yeah.
Every character in that game is going to do that. It's going to have some kind of like Bapanada. You can feel that. You know what that character is immediately. Yes. You're like, oh, the annoyed wife is at home selling the knickknacks while Cornifer's off drawing maps, and like you could just feel it in that one. Bapanada, what do you want?
Yes.
And then you'll meet the relic peddler. You'll pick up relics like the little Hollow Knight, or the Hollow Nest crests and things like that, and you sell them to a guy named Lem, and he's like, meh, Helmadelka. Like, oh, you don't have anything for me. What are you doing here? Go on, go find some more stuff. And they've all got their own little personalities. Fan favorite right now is Chakra. I love Chakra. She has got some really nice sing-songy stuff she does. But there's this little one named Sherma. And Sherma is like, no matter where she is, she's got her little bell and she's ringing it and she's singing and she's like, don't worry, We should all be happy. Even though our climb to the Citadel is hard, we can sing. The songs will protect us. She believes it with all of her being that her singing has power. And just in that one little character adds so much flavor to the world. And you hit the nail on the head, Devyn. It looks amazing. It's an incredible playing and looking video game. And unfortunately, it's not for every gamer. It's a demanding video game. So I'm not saying don't go play it, but you should at least give it a whirl, because it's worth your time to look at. And I think it would benefit from maybe a dev built-in assist mode of some kind, or an easy mode. I would take that. That's fine. Just, I'm pointing at you. Don't cheat. Don't cheat the system. You can do it. I know you can. Stick with it.
Don't mod that
Everybody.
shit.
Don't mod that shit.
Hey, and buy it legitimately, please.
Oh, John, you got a shout outs to Kylie Dunham, whoever that is.
Oh, brother.
Uh-oh.
Kylie.
You got a fan up in chat. Brother.
Yeah, well, hey, our chat is low-key popping off.
Dude, it's popping off tonight.
This
Hey,
podcast.
and we're actually, you know what, we've been yammering on for about an hour and a half now. This is one of the longest podcasts we've done. Guys, anything else that you want to talk about? Anything else you want to bring up? Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and start wrapping the show up.
I'm really bad at Clash Royale. I just need to put it out there so everyone knows. I've been playing the shit out of the game for about a week. Not good at it.
Yeah, you took an L earlier today in the office, and I overheard.
Big L's, dude, all over the place. It's not
That's
good.
bad.
My closing statement is that Arthur Morgan is awesome, greatest video game character of all time.
Hell yeah.
I will also like to just state that Uma Musume pre-derby, they are not anime girls, they are horses presented
Perfect game.
as anime.
It's gross. It's disgusting. You should feel bad, John.
When you talk about that game, it's usually my MO to put footage up. I'm just not going to do it, just so you know.
I'm just not going to do it.
Just not going to do it for that one, bro.
And I need one more
yeah.
second of limelight here. I have to use my influence in the podcast to ask David Nunez for some Clash Royale decks. I need I'm at 3,400 trophies. Just reach out, and give me some help. I need some guidance, my bro.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I've got. I'm bad at Clash Royale.
Excellent. Well, it's so fun being on here with you guys and just talking video games. And huge shout outs to the people that are in chat right now. Y'all were here for basically the whole damn show, and I so appreciate it. The only reason that we put this out here is, one, to have fun, and two, so that you guys might get some exposure to some really great games. And we've talked about a lot of different games in here. We'll bring up even more on the next episode. We'll do this every night on Thursdays, every week. I mean, yeah, you can hear our outro theme. It's a banger, right? But go ahead, call your mom, call your dad, tell them that you love them, because life is too damn short. And I just want to say thank you for being here, guys. So we're going to cue up the music.